Here we go, a new in collection update. The last one was also a new in collection, but showback, so you know how that goes. I'm going to kind of keep them separated, the black metal from the other stuff, but we are playing Ödelegger or Odelegger from the last one to keep the continuation going. I hope you can hear what I meant with it, with my description of the record. This is going to be, like I said, more electronic music. Since we did the podcast, I've been, my ear kind of went there because the guys are more into that kind of music or that world. So I listen to a lot of posh, I listen to a lot of northern electronics, which will also be apparent in the tape delay. But these are records that I kind of forgot to get or didn't get in 2018 and that are becoming scarce or are re-released in some way because of their status in the end of year lists. So yeah, let's dig in. The first one is Varg, of course, with Nordic Flora Series Part 1 Heroin. Let's do these all at the same time because I have 3 and I finally have 5. So these are all on Northern Electronics, except for 5 I think is on Posh Isolation, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that is correct. Yeah, very nice aesthetic on these records. Varg is a producer. Varg means wolf, apparently, like Varg Vikernes, but the other Varg is a producer, electronic music maker, whatever you want to call it. That's been going for a while. His discography is not something to laugh at, and these are a series he started doing in 2016. Swedish, I think. He is Swedish. I'm 100% sure. Jonas Rönnberg. I was kind of confused because all the posh stuff is Danish, but yeah. So this is the first one. I have the second one on a triple tape box, which is just how it came out, and then 4 is a companion piece to the. There we go again with the companion piece to part 5, but that was a very limited thing you could get with 5. So yeah, this is the first one. Very basic. The sleeve is always nice looking, but the records are very basic always. So it's just like, now the music is it's very large in scope, very cinematic. It has a lot of sampling, a lot of people talking through it, and it gets progressively more when you reach 5. The guests on these records are also becoming a bit more famous. There's a lot of language going on these records. So if you are into electronic music, if you are into maybe dance music a bit, but without drops, right, Thomas? Definitely give Varg a chance. I think this is especially around 5 or with what he's doing now. With he dropped a new set of tracks for charity. He is master of the game, master of none. So that's number 1. This is the Nordic Flora Series Part 3 with Gore-Tex City. Nice doggy on the front. Once again, the song Gore-Tex on here is kind of the hardest hitting for me. Every time that comes on in the car, it kind of blows me away. Once again, very nice. There's a red version of this one, but this is just the black because I looked for the cheap options. The red is always, as always, is sold out, or has been sold out for a very long time. I'm going to put them in sleeves because they have been playing upstairs constantly, so sleeves are down here. I didn't get to it. But yeah, Varg, a kind of a push to get them all, because these are records that you see in almost every distro or almost every major distribution point has them, but they are getting scarcer and scarcer by the minute. This one is the artwork I love best. It has all the the titles and the info, but it just has this yellow blob, and instead of putting it on the sticker, it is actually part of the sleeve, which I really like. This was also one of the kickoff points for the podcast, that Spit Sugar-Free Red Bull Into My Mouth is a track from this record, but we use it as a quote from the podcast, but that part of Jens's top 10 got cut, so it didn't make any sense. That's why we kept it. It has some quotes in the yellow. A picture of two police officers in riot gear in front of burning barricades, and then a picture of Princess Diana and Princess Charles greeting the public on their wedding day. But it's just the yellow circle. Now, was that photo behind it? I'm not sure. Yeah, love the aesthetic, love what he's doing. Once again, this is the, I'm not sure if there was a limited color, I'm not sure, but this is the black one. I think the limited was the one with the tape, there you go. On Posh Isolation, which is a label I or we cannot recommend enough. I don't have the button that's on my shirt, but it's something I have on almost daily, so yeah, I love it. Now, I only skimmed the label. I know Croatian Armor, I know Vargs and stuff like that, but the Empire line and all the other bands the guy was talking about really shifted my focus to that kind of music again. I had some Vargs, I had Star Alliance and something else, but yeah, the Nordic War. Then a record they were both, and I was also, but it was not in my top 10 just because I haven't listened to it enough and I didn't have it on vinyl. But this is Yves Tumor with Safe in the Hands of Love. A very eclectic style bending, style mixing, a lot of genres going on in this record, but this is basically a pop record. A lot of electronic influence. I'm sorry, this is the front and the back. It had a large sticker on here, not a hype sticker, but some translucent, so it kind of is like this. I think you know what I mean, but just, you know. I didn't have the heart to rip it off, so I just cut it out. Yeah, like we talked about in the podcast, if you haven't seen it, please go back and watch it, because there are some really cool observations in there, especially the Pusha T Daytona Pissgrave record comparison is worth seeing it. That alone is worth seeing it. Love this record. I listened to it when it came out, not much, but it has some songs that when you hear them back, it has instant recognition, because the lines going through this, yeah, there's instant recognition. It's the only thing I can say. They are catchy tunes, but they are so hacked up, and I don't know, it's just a great record. Weird looking guy, but yeah, it's 2018, 2019, so what do you want to do? Now, this is the clear edition of this record, or the more limited version of this record. Yeah, there is the hype sticker that I got off. This was re-released through Warp. It's kind of unclear, but this was released on black vinyl, and then was re-released on Warp as part of their Records of 2018 series that also had Ski Mask and I'm blanking on what they all said, but it was a top 10, and they re-released color versions, or in this case the clear version of this record, just to celebrate the fact that these are really great records. Yeah, this is the second version, nice clear smoky, not ultra clear, but really cool edition of this record. So finally, glad to finally have this one. Yeah, beyond stoked that I have the more clear or the more limited version. Actually, that was still available. Bought directly from Warp together with the, or from Bleep, I should say, their store, together with the Varg. This should still be up. The limited Ski Mask one is gone, sadly, because that was a very nice color too. But yeah, that's gone. Do yourself a favor if you are into any sort of, yeah, if you're just a music fan. It, what did it remind me of? There was something, but You can put him in the line of like a Frank Ocean maybe, or a, but it's just pushed to an extreme that a Frank Ocean or a Blood Orange wouldn't go. But put him in that category together, but give him more. It's more punk than just that. So yeah, if Tumor, the name alone raises some questions, I guess. But yeah, glad this is in the collection. Jens also ordered it directly through Bleep, so it should still be there, I guess. 3 more to go. So a small update. This is Joy as an Act of Resistance by the band Idols. This was a gift I bought at the local record store. This was bought by a gift card, or through a gift card from my employer. We can choose up to kind of amount, yeah, where we want a gift card from. I always, or 2 years in a row now, I chose my local record store because, you know, buy local, act global. That's what I always say, and it doesn't make sense, but whatever. Joy as an Act of Resistance. Idols is a English punk, pop punk, I don't know. They reminded me of Sleaford Mods, but more or less basic or less toned down. Not that, well, Sleaford Mods is toned down in the sense that they just have one guy doing the beats, one guy yelling. This is a full band. I enjoyed this record. This is just fun in a record. Point. The back, and this is the more limited version. The other version, or the standard version, has this. Sorry, I'm touching my face, but I'm itching all over. The standard version is a dance scene, you know, a 50s, 60s dance scene in beige. So I opted for this one just because they, yeah, my guy still had this. That is a download code. Here are the guys. The record is a thick pressing, if I'm not mistaken. They printed inner sleeve with the lyrics. And they have some cool clips too, so check them out. I don't know too much about this band, it just popped up. This is on Partisan Records, the A and F side. Act as a boy of fifths. I'm not sure what A and F stands for. But what is cool about this one is that this acts kind of like a frame, and it has these removable cards that has a lot of interpretations from a lot of different artists. Yeah, that just did their interpretation of the record, which you can switch out. I was looking for what the standard version was. I don't know, was this the standard? I'm not sure. Let me look through them one more time. I think the pedal board was the standard one. Yeah, definitely. I got the I Am Scum in there, and then the back has just a thank you. That is the actual standard. Let's switch them out and do the regular one first. So yeah, it had the Scum cover, now it has the pedal cover, so I think I made my point there. Idols, yeah, punk band. Let's just call them a punk band. It is wide. Punk is wide enough, and I hope understandable enough to, or understanding enough to accept them as being punk. But a true punk will kick one's ass for calling this punk. It's not pop punk. But check out their show at, or their songs on Jules Holland's, and you know, that's what convinced me. Then, second to last, this is the record that was most played digitally that I didn't own on vinyl, but that, you know, I listened to this record to death. My daughter dances to this. Even my wife kind of enjoys it. It's Hank Wood and the Hammerheads, with, I think it's self-titled. Yeah, on Toxic State Records. This is the regular one. It is screen printed, but it's just regular. The limited one was kind of 3D, old school 3D with glasses, but that's the A edition that goes for a bit of money. So I just opted for this one. This was a cheap Discogs score. Like I said, nicely screen printed, black and blue. It comes with this, and this is punk. This is, but yeah, it also has a very rock and roll feel, with barking vocals, but there's still some joy left in this one. There's a great cadence to his singing that goes very well with, yeah. with the records, or with the music the rest is making. There is a poster that is kind of folded up to fit in the sleeve. All in all, the black and blue kind of runs through the entire artwork, or the entire record. A screen printed inner sleeve, a bit more glossy than the cover, kind of run out in some parts, but that's what makes it cool. And then the record is just white. There we go. I haven't seen these guys live, but I think they're playing My Country soon. I think so. Together with a band of Hypertension. I think Raw Peace, but could be mistaken. But in my mind, let's say it's true for now, because that would be a great show. Hankwood and the Hammerheads, check it out. They, I think this is their third full length. I'm not sure if there's EPs full length. And then finally, my record of the year, not on vinyl. Whatever. This is Youth Attack 103 City Hunter with Deep Blood, and this is the more limited variant, the test press edition, which cost me a shit ton to get here, and I'm not sure if I'll ever need another test press, but I was waiting for this full length, or for this record, for I don't know when the last one came out. There was the live tape and there was the first one, but maybe 4 years. So yeah, I jumped on it. I didn't take a standard edition. I just got this one, and then this one. This will show up in the tape delay. This is the tape version, which is always in sort of VHS kind of thing. But this, yeah, it was a lot of money. Together with the shipping was a shitload of money. But I kind of look at it as buying a art piece more than a record. Especially since it has no center hole, so this is basically unplayable unless you puncture it. Different artwork on this one. It comes with this obi strip. Let's open it up. And when it came in, Customs got a hold of it. I had to pay a little bit more, not too much, not the usual. I don't know what went on, but you know. All in all, I'm glad to finally have it. It just smells like the screen printers. I think some of the parts were kind of rushed to make it happen, but cool. Comes with this obi that I'm not pulling off. Here we go. On the obi is the regular cover, and then the more limited, or the test press cover. Entertainment in that. They just did their release show, I think, this weekend, so I think Saturday night in Denver, which looked amazing. You couldn't take pictures or, you know, or film, but some people snapped a picture, and I saw one video where the guy, this is the singer by the way, slapped the cell phone out of someone's hand, so it went dark, so that's all I saw, but it looked amazing from what I've seen. Yeah, really cool record. I mean, it's about this guy doing what he does best, and that's killing and stalking and, you know, pillaging, whatever. The song Schizo is just crazy. That whole Denver scene keeps amazing me. The stylized stuff that came out before this. Tip-on jacket, handmade by Mark McCoy, all of it. You can see how it's glued. I mean, it's for a handmade thing. This is done really nicely. There are some flaws in here, but then again, it is handmade. This is the picture that was on the picture disc, which is also on the want list because that is cool as shit. I know Axel from Hypertension has it. Kind of jealous about that. But it was one of those things that if I didn't grab the test press, didn't get the tape checked out, it was going to be over. I'm not sure what it's limited to. I think 66 or something like that. Not sure. Lyric sheets. And I think the reason it took so long to come out is because the entire plan, or the entire artwork around this one, is the entire setup is kind of like making a movie and then just bringing out a record, because it comes with these postcards. They all have this in the back. It comes with these postcards that don't tell a story, but you know, you have to make the pictures, you have to make the scenes, so it's actually very cool. Here he is in the children's bedroom. You know, they go all out. This one is especially creepy. I hope these zoom in good enough. You know, It's crazy. There's a lot of postcards in here. I think around 10, maybe 8, 10. Yeah. So let's put that there. And then the record is, like I said, unpunctured. They call it version labeling, but yeah, it is hand glued or hand stuck on the regular or on the white label center labels. So there you go. Creep. Really glad to finally have this one. Yeah, like I said, I paid some hefty bucks, but it is worth it in the end. The last thing, whoa, it almost fell to the ground. Last thing I'll show, because the record is done, is the oversized poster that came with it. And this is why I think it's a bit rushed, maybe, to get it out, because this is, you can smell it, it is screen printed or offset printed, I'm not sure, I think offset, but it wasn't dry when they folded it, so it kind of flaked in the lines, and there's some transfer on here, but all in all, cool. I love this image to death. This should have been a shirt maybe, but I love all the merch they did. I love this project, I love everything about it, so I talked enough about it. City Hunter, Deep Blood, one of the coolest records I have, one of the coolest records from Youth Attack. Record's done, so I'm done. Did you hear what I mean? Yeah, no, I don't care. Yeah, that was it. Nice, clean package. There's only a tape delay and then some other stuff coming up. So, guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you, I don't know, later.